Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Monster Hunter. I'm HasD. Last time we created some Velocipray armor. This time we're going to go out and do some more 2-star quests. I say that every time, but that's what we are going to do today. But first I want to talk to this lady here on the outskirts of the village. I've got another letter from my brother who's a hunter in town. It sounds like he's doing good work there. I'm proud of him. However, we can't go and join him because there's no online in this game. Hooray for further repetitive repeating of telling us we can't go online. I couldn't think of a better way to word that. Oh well, there we go. He says you shouldn't just come at large monsters head on. The key, he says, is in how you use your support items. Blimey, couldn't read that. Lovely. He said making pitfall traps, blinding them with flash bombs, or using other kinds of tricks, other kinds of bombs really help. He said you could make all of these by combining. Gee, my brother is making bombs? Now I'm really worried about him. She thinks he's a terrorist. I think I can't read, but never mind, let's come through here. Shortcut, and talk to the village chief. This time we're going to go out and do help for the festival. Basically this quest is go out and deliver 5 well-done steaks. So I've just grabbed all of the raw meat I had in my chest and I'm going to bring that with me. It's requested by the town chief. I'm cooking for a big festival in town, but I'm running low on well-done steaks. Can you bring me 5? So 5 steaks is going to supply enough food for the entire town. Considering I go through one in about 10-20 minutes, I think it is. I can't remember how long exactly it is every time your stamina goes down, but it's something like that. So I go through one in about 10-20 minutes, and that's 5 supposed to supply enough for the entire town. Sounds like they're rationing out, but oh well. So let's head on out, let's go this way. Out we go, begin quest. So once again we're out doing cooking quests. It's not exactly one of the most amazing quests, I will admit. I'll probably cut out a lot of the cooking because, to be honest, it is kind of boring. And I bet a lot of people won't want to see it, so I'll just have maybe a little bit of it in and then I'll cut away to something a bit more interesting, hopefully. But for now, we want to go to the supply chest, grab our items. Barbecue spit, or a portable spit as it's known in this game. Let's just eat these rations. Just to top me up all the way to the top. And head on out. Right now I've got 3 rare steaks on me, so I'll probably cook those up, fail to cook them and have to hunt some more. I've cut that out, so what I'll do is I'll just come over here, sit out in this green and cook some steaks, since I think it's better to cook them here than to just do it in the camp, because, well, it's a bit more interesting. I was going to say that, but now there's an Antonov eating while I'm trying to cook its brethren, but oh well. Okay, I made a rare steak, excellent. I couldn't quite see if the pixels had changed. That thing is just going to follow me round now, brilliant. It doesn't really care that I'm cooking its brothers, just right in front of it, it's just going to follow me round and bump into me. And I made a burnt steak, excellent. This is not the tutorial, Harry. You don't have to screw it. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, thank you. Brilliant. Perfect. Yes! Well done steak. I've made 1 well done steak out of all 3 I tried. So what I'm going to do now is go and hunt some more of these Antonov and just get some rare steaks. Raw meat, and then cook up some well done steaks, and then I'll cut back, so I'll see you in a moment. Okay, and there we go. I've managed to collect up 5 well done steaks. It took me about 5 minutes, and to be honest, you probably didn't want to see that because it was rather boring. And if people say, oh, why didn't you leave it in? You should have shown everything, blah, 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 blah. Well, I just didn't feel like it was interesting. I've done it before, and it was just not really worth it. You're also probably wondering, where am I going? The base camp's not this way. Basically, I want to talk about that creature there, Vespoid. Vespoids are an enormous wasp-like insect with poisonous stinger that stuns prey. Easily damaged, there are rarely any usable materials left to harvest from them once they're killed. So basically what that means, if I can get up to it and hit it, and hit it again please, and again, there we go. Once you kill it, it will explode into a load of bits, more often than not, and rarely it will drop to the floor in like a little bundle and you'll be able to carve one thing off of it. If that ever does happen and you're just using a regular sword, always carve it, pretty much no matter what situation you're in, always carve it, it is really worthwhile. They're the first type of insect we've seen, I think one of two we'll see in the entire game, which is, I don't know if you say it was cool, but it was, you know, that's a little bit of an interesting thing. It's one of the rarer types of monsters in this game. This is a new area we haven't been in. There's another Vespoid up there. That thing will be a pain in the arse for the next quest, because it, along with its ever-repeating cousins that just forever spawn in here out of nowhere. I mean, if I wait here long enough, another one will spawn. It'd be a pain in my arse, and it's going to be really annoying in the next quest, but we'll get into it. There we go. It's just spawned out of nowhere while I wasn't looking. This area, as you can see, it's got a couple of things in it. Not a whole lot. There's some herbs, so if you're really low on life, you need some herbs. There's some in here. There's also some in 3 if you're looking for them. But what's more interesting is Area 5, which if I go in here, you'll see it's a cave filled with Velociprey. So once I clear these guys out, hey-ya! I missed. Hey-ya! Slash, and slash some more. Slash some more. There we go. He's down. I won't carve them because I just don't really want to waste time. Plus, I doubt I'll carve that in time just because of how short their carve time is. It's like, I don't know, 20 seconds. So if you get knocked on your ass, you're not going to have time to carve it. So what I'm going to do is just cut him down. There we go. He's down. Right. Hello. Right, you're next. Normally, on most quests, 4 Velociprey will spawn in here. Area 5 only becomes available after, I think it's the second quest in the 2-star. So every quest other than your first monster hunt will have this area unlocked. So you can come here and collect up the items which I want to show off once this thing is dead. There we go, he is dead. You are died. So now that we've done that, I want to come over here, and there's another pile of dung here. If I search here, there is a chance I'll find a Koot scale, so this, along with the other 3, makes up for all of the Koot areas, well, not Koot areas, but Koot scale areas that you can find. The others being the dung pile in Area 1, the rocks in Area 2, and a sort of bush area with special mushrooms and Koot scales in Area 9. There might also be a possibility of finding them here. I'm not quite sure on that, but you can get mystery bones and things here, so that's pretty interesting. Well, it's not interesting, it's just, that's an easy place to get them if you didn't get enough out of the rewards to create some of the bone weapons which require them. Up here, you get nothing, apparently. There is nothing! As you can see, there's some eggs there, which will become more useful in the coming quest, or the next quest. Okay, I'm not finding anything, that's interesting. I'm supposed to be finding something else here. Let me try searching a little bit further down, maybe? Where is it? I'm sure it's here somewhere that you can search and find small bone huts. There we go. This is an item which unlocks a couple of new weapons in one of the bone trees. I'll go over it in more detail later on. But what's even more interesting is this here. This is the final mining spot in the whole of Forest and Hill area. It's where you get the rarest items that you can get for pretty much most of the game. This is where the rarest ones are going to be. You'll get a specific type of ore, which hasn't come up yet, but I hopefully will. Can I get some? Come on. That's an earth crystal. Okay, a broken pickaxe. No. Great, it's the one ore I want to get. Come on. No. Okay, I get absolutely nothing. What I was actually trying to get was Mashalite ore, which is the only type of... Well, it's not the only type of ore, but it's this... In Area 5, it's the only place in the entire Forest and Hills where you can actually get that. If I can stop stumbling over my words. It's the only place you can get it, and now that it's available to us, and I've shown it off, I will go over all of the weapons you can now create with Mashalite ore. Since this episode, since I've cut out quite a bit earlier on, it's not going to be short, now that I've rambled on for absolutely ages. I just want to add a bit more to the end of this, since I don't want it to just drop off at the end, and the next episode, where I actually will have to go in there for the quest, that's going to be a long-ish episode, so prepare for a lot of weapons towards the end of the episode. I was going to say armor as well, but I don't think you can create any armor with the materials we found. So now that I've covered all of that, and I've tried to fill out fill out one of the most boring quests in the entire game with as much as I can. And now I'm gonna head back. If my stamina stops running out, come on, run, 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 and base camp. I don't know why I'm sounding so excited about the base camp, but here's the base camp. There we go. Bam. Well done, Stakes. And now we never have to do this quest again. Because the earlier quest where you make well done stakes and you get given a portable spear is a lot better, since you can come out of that with 9 stakes instead of 5 here. So that one's a lot better and a lot easier to get well done stakes, so just go and do that quest. Don't bother with the Zenny from this one. It is not worth it. If you're going to grind well done stakes, go there. Pro tip, pro advice, pro whatever, I'm going to eat a burnt steak. Just because. Oh, there we go. That's what happens when your stamina goes down when you eat a burnt steak if you get unlucky. I didn't show that off before, but there we go. You get herbs, sap plants, which are a combining item, power seed, which I think is a consumable item, or a combinable item as well. Small monster bone, and a barbecue ticket. Barbecue tickets, I can't think of what they're used for off the top of my head, but I think it's used for making an online weapon. It's an event weapon that you can only get by going to a certain event, like a temporary quest that appears online. I'll go over it more later on, just when I go over a bit more of the online, just explain some of the things that you could do there but you can't do anymore. I'll do a sort of a little rundown of that later on. But right now, what I'm going to do is going to go over all of the weapons that you can now get once you have collected up small bone husks for the first time and Mashalite ore. So cutting to that. Okay, and now that we've covered those, I'm going to say that's probably enough for now. So thank you very much for joining me for Let's Play Monster Hunter. Next time we'll be going out and doing the last 2-star quest before we can go out and do the urgent quest to unlock 3-star. So until then, like, comment, subscribe and all the other good stuff. I've been HazD and I'll see you next time.